Hi, beautiful black women. My name is Abby. I missed you so much. I hope you missed me too. So, today we are talking about men who are living on the DL and lying about it. Now, let me just be very clear. There's nothing wrong with being gay, bisexual, or a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. I don't know all the letters. I think that's what it is, right? LGBTQIA plus. I think that's what it is. Well, that's not the issue, right? So the issue, in my opinion, is when these men pretend to be straight, lie to black women, start families with black women, and build entire lives based on deception, all while hiding who they really are. And the people who get hurt the most by this, obviously, are black women. And I'm just here to speak up for us, to protect us, because too many of us are being emotionally, mentally, and even physically destroyed by black men who aren't being honest with themselves or with us. Now, let me also say this, okay? This video is not meant to offend anyone, okay, except the men who are DL. But I already know some of y'all are going to be crying in my comment section like you always do. That's fine. You can cry. You can go ahead and leave your paragraphs. But I'm telling you, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. All right, I'm not making this video for the men who want to argue. I'm making it for the women who keep getting cheated on, lied to, blamed, and humiliated by men who were never even straight to begin with. So let's talk about it. A lot of black men are living in a fantasy. They like to play the role of thug, ladies' man, player, alpha male, but behind closed doors, a lot of them are living a completely different reality. And the reason it's so hidden is because the black community has really made it unsafe for them to be honest, which does suck, right? So instead of being truthful, we get a performance. These men, they usually know how to say all the right things, but when it's time to love a woman with consistency, intimacy, and emotional maturity, typically they fall apart because they were never trying to love you as a black woman. They were just using you to look the part. You know how many women have found out that their man was sleeping with other men after the relationship ended?
Stop protecting DL men, protecting men on the down low. That DL man is helping you to pay your bills. He's spoiling you. Let me go ahead and bust this video down. And by the way, I am not homophobic, so don't you even dare come for me because I will eat every time, honey. The name of the game is exposing DL men who are out here abusing and sabotaging the lives of women and children. And the men that they creep with are helping them to do it. However, in this video, I'm going to talk about there are two groups of specific people. Two groups of specific people that assist and enable the down low man with abusing women and children. Group number one is the pick-me's. And she's the type of woman who will, in fact, marry a gay man. She loves the lavender marriage because all she cares about is having the title of wife, Mrs. So her and her gay husband are swingers. They have an open arrangement where her husband can creep and do whatever he wants. He can sleep with men or whatever. All she cares about is her married title. She wants to be able to be condescending and talk down to single women. The second group of people that protect and defend DL men are the gay men and the trans woman. Yes, sis, you know I'm talking to you. You protect that DL man because a few reasons. Because number one, in competition with his woman, his wife at home. You get a thrill out of knowing that you've turned this man out. That he seeks pleasure in sticking you in your hole versus sticking his wife in her hole. Yeah, you're in a secret competition with his wife at home. So we got these two groups of people, the pick-me woman and the gay man, that are out here protecting men on the down low, knowing they're abusive, knowing they're womanizers, knowing they commit domestic violence. And maybe, just maybe, this is why all of y'all are collectively mad at the DL Whisperer, because you love DL men. You don't want a girly girl type of man. You want a masculine man, a man that belongs to a woman, so you could break that nigga and turn him out. Stop calling women homophobic when all we want is answers. We don't deserve to have STDs. We don't deserve to be lied to. We don't deserve to be beat on. Our kids deserve better. And you're out here enabling and assisting these types of DL men to destroy their families. It says a lot about your character. You can use homophobia all you want to deflect, because that's all you doing. You deflecting and trying to blame women. You know what time it is. We not homophobic, but all this just proves that gay men that are narcissistic secretly hate women, and y'all pleasure yourselves knowing that you're able to turn out these DL men and turn them against their women. You're helping men to abuse women. And
violence in that last video I just posted, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna deal with that if you decide to stay with the man that you think is DL, or if you're dealing with a DL man. They get very, very violent, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Luckily, I'm still here today.
You know how many women had to sit in confusion for years thinking it was her fault? Thinking they weren't feminine enough or sexy enough? But no, it's not your fault. He was just never straight to begin with. Men on the DL aren't just hiding from the world, they're hiding from themselves. And that self-denial becomes your problem when you're the one in a relationship with these men. You'll notice they probably hate intimacy, they don't really like affection, they're usually overly aggressive, or they're very hypersexual in weird ways that make you feel uncomfortable. That's the tension of pretending to be someone you're not. And let's talk about the hate they have for women. That bitter, nasty attitude towards us. It's not always rooted in rejection. Sometimes it's rooted in jealousy. They hate us because we're allowed to be open about our sexuality. They hate us because we are the thing they feel forced to pretend to desire. That's why so many of these men call us hoes, thoughts, gold diggers, bitter, masculine, anything to deflect from the fact that they don't even like women like that. I'm telling you, the loudest ones are usually hiding the most. Now, let's talk about prison, because that's where a lot of these men go on purpose to live their truth in silence.
As I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours.
Prison culture is filled with unspoken sexual activity. And these same men come home and they go right back to pretending, right back to black women, right back to disrespecting black women, like nothing ever happened. And if you even hint at it, they might blow up on you. That's shame, that's fear, that's a man who's terrified you might figure him out. But let's be honest. Black masculinity is so fragile, so limited, that if you show any softness, you get clowned. If you cry, if you dress too well, if you're emotionally intelligent, they might call you out. So instead, boys grow up wearing masks. They learn to be aggressive, hypersexual, emotionally unavailable, and violent, because that's what we tell them being a man looks like. But that's not what being a man is. And usually those boys, they become grown men who drag women into their confusion. They hurt black women, they lie to us, they cheat on us, they blame us, and traumatize us, all while being praised by a community that refuses to talk about the truth. So let's not pretend black women don't suffer the most from this. We are constantly being used to make these men look straight. You're used for sex, you're used to cover up rumors, you're used to birth children that they don't even want. You're used to clean up their messes. And when the truth comes out, we're the ones who get laughed at, humiliated, and told we should have known better. But how could we know? When these men have learned to lie so well, when they weaponize masculinity just to keep their truth hidden. The truth is, A lot of these men would rather destroy a woman's life than admit that they're attracted to men. And it's not because being gay is shameful, it's because the black community has made it shameful. That's why I said earlier, this is not just a personal issue, this is a community wide sickness, a culture that punishes honesty and rewards confusion. And sometimes all of us have to pay the price for it.
So now we finna get into something that's also becoming popularized that I'm seeing in a lot of these DL men, these goals. You see how this hood aesthetic is looking? You see how the goals help with the hood aesthetic? And then they gonna do the little chains or whatever. But pay attention to the goals. Late nights. And if he wrapping his do-rag to have a little bangy pool, you know how they wrap it around and then they have a little bang? Baby, if he wrapping his do-rag to have a bang or to have some pieces and he flipping it and doing all of that, you already know he did.
I'm not understanding why a lot of people in the LGBTQ community is mad at the DL Whisperer for basically coming on social media and letting women know how to spot a DL man. If anything, I think I would have thought that y'all would have been in support of his message versus really coming for this man for letting women know when she's dealing with a DL man. Like, y'all madder than the women. And then it's just like, I don't understand why y'all mad. Y'all say, oh, like, he's lying, he's this, he's that. I honestly feel like a lot of the people that's mad is mad because they want to deal with DL men. They want to feel like they got something up on women dealing with a man that's not honest with a woman. Because why else would you be mad? Oh, he's saying this, he's saying that. That's not true. That's not true. You speaking up for straight men and they not even saying shit about it themselves. But it's like all of the people that's in the actual community is actually speaking up on behalf of these straight men. Let the men speak up.
The reason why a lot of these gays is mad at the DL Whisperer is because a lot of them enjoy having sex with DL men. Everything the DL Whisperer be saying be true. Because y'all enjoy being able to sleep with these men and send them back to the girl. Or sleeping with these men knowing that he had about to have a family with this girl. Hell, I knew a gay boy that went so far was to tell the DL dude what to name the baby. And he did it behind the girl back. Not telling her where the name came from. They enjoy the embarrassment that women get. They enjoy the pain that women feel. And you cannot tell me different, bro.
I'm traumatized. I need some help. I might need therapy, y'all. So I joined the download group. I created a fake profile, okay? My name is Tyrone with the jawbone. Oh, I hope nobody catch me, y'all. I hope nobody catch me. I hope they don't catch me and kick me out this group. I've been in this group for 4 months, right? And I just been spying on the men in this group just to see what the hell they be in here talking about and what they be doing, right? Y'all, these men are so fine. They are married. A lot of them look straight. They married with kids. They got families, nice homes. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, they in this download group, y'all. And like, you got the gay dudes, the open gay dudes that's in this group. And it's like they're selling themselves. Like, they in here selling booty. They selling booty to the straight dudes. And they like telling them, you know, some of them is charging, some of them is just kind of telling them, you know what I'm saying, like where to meet them up at and how to do it and how to play it off and how to not get caught. Like, this shit got me glad to be single right now. It got me glad to be single. Like, God, please let me know if I come across somebody like that. Please show me the signs. So there was this dude. He said he was in the Navy, right? He said he was in the Navy. And he was married with 4 kids. He said he's never been with a man before and he was curious. He said he was curious, right? So there was this gay dude on there telling him what to do and, you know, trying to make him feel comfortable about it. And I went and looked at this gay dude's profile, the open gay dude, right? He had some lashes. You know, he was a bottom. He was a bottom. And the dude told him straight up, like, hey, I'm not a top. You know, he's just curious about a bottom, right? So he was just telling them, you know, where to meet him at, what time, what day they was gonna meet up, And he was just pretty much saying, like, that he was going to make him feel comfortable about it, that, they can go meet up at the park or something like that. They can meet up somewhere where there's no people around. And he was just pretty much saying, like, we can get a hotel, like, if you're not comfortable with doing it right then and there, that's okay. We can wait. We can do it when you're comfortable. And so the dude was just pretty much telling him, like, he's comfortable. So they were sending pictures of each other, right? They were sending pictures of each other. So the gay dude asked the straight dude to send a picture, right? And so he sent a picture of that this man who was married with kids wanted to go and meet up with this dude. Okay, so I don't know if they met up yet, but I'm gonna have to keep y'all updated or whatever, because I gotta go back and spy. So I hope they don't catch me in this group, okay? Because I have a fake profile, okay? And I'm being nosy as hell. So Dallas is on the motherfucking list. Alabama, Missouri, California, Denver. Who else? Who else? Somebody else. I can't think straight. I can't think straight. It's real out here, y'all. I'm praying for y'all women. I'm praying for y'all out here in these relationships. I know it's straight men out here that ain't like that, but there are straight men out here that is curious, like fantasizing about it, girl. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why did God give men they G-spot back there in a booty like that? Bruh.
At the end of the day, if you're a black woman dating a man who hates women, avoids affection, performs masculinity like it's a costume, and treats you like you're the enemy, you should ask yourself a question. Does this man even like women at all? Because the truth is, a lot of these so-called thugs and alpha males, they don't really like women. They just tolerate us because it's convenient. They sleep with us to keep up appearances. They get us pregnant to prove something to their friends, but deep down, there's no love, no respect, no desire. Just confusion, projection, and a deep hatred they haven't unpacked. These men don't need a girlfriend, they need therapy. They need to stop lying to themselves and to black women. But instead, they make us their emotional shield when they sneak around, when they live double lives and destroy everything in their path. You are not his mask. You're not his cover story. You're not here to help him feel normal. That is not your job as a woman. And to the black men who are already in their feelings right now, fingers are probably shaking while they're typing up a hate comment, go ahead. You can call me better. You can say that I'm bashing black men. Tell me I hate myself. Tell me I'm making stuff up. But you know good and damn well that I'm telling the truth. A lot of y'all don't even like women, but you won't leave women alone. You know you've hurt women who loved you because you were too cowardly to live in your truth. You know you've used women like shields while sneaking off with men behind their backs. You know you have built your whole identity around lies, hate, and confusion, and you expect a round of applause for it. You expect submission. You expect silence, and when you don't get it, you attack the very women you've been feeding off of. Now, this video wasn't for you. I'm not here to protect your image. I'm not here to coddle you or help you keep the lie going. I'm just here to protect black women. Women who have been manipulated, violated, blamed, and broken by men who were too afraid to be honest with themselves. Women who were still healing from the emotional whiplash of dating a man who never really wanted her in the first place. So sis, if that's you, please walk away. Leave him confused and broken just like he left you. Let him figure himself out on someone else's time and not yours. And don't ever feel bad for doing what he couldn't, which is choosing truth over delusion. Because the only thing worse than a man who hates women is a man who wants men, hates women, but still won't leave us alone. Black women, I hope you have enjoyed this video. To all of the down low men in my comment section, I don't know what to tell you, but I will say, black women, I love you so, so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, And until next time, love you. Bye.